It seems like the rap world can never quite catch a break when it comes to these tragic stories, but the news of Jay Stash may be one of the most depressing stories this year. The rapper murdered his alleged girlfriend in front of her three children before deciding to take his own life. Why would Jay Stash do something so horrifying? Especially since he had a lot going on for him, and he even had the support of rappers like Trippie Redd and Rich the Kid. The answers aren't quite clear yet since the tragedy is still fairly recent, but for someone to commit a crime like that would have to be dealing with some sort of mental issues going on with them. The incident went down January 1st when cops responded to a call and found a 27-year-old man, who is allegedly Jay Stash, and a 28-year-old woman found dead inside of a California home. Along with the bodies, the women's three children were also found inside, luckily totally unharmed. And after police did some investigating, they realized that it was in fact Jay Stash who murdered the woman before shooting himself. The woman was shot several times, and the alleged body of Jay Stash appeared to have a self-inflicted gunshot wound, which was the cause of his death. A handgun was discovered in the house, which is most likely the weapon used in the murder, but cops have not yet confirmed this. When neighbors were interviewed by ABC News, they claimed that the family had only been moved in for about 6 months now, and they only saw Jay Stash when he would walk his dog around the neighborhood. At the time of recording this, cops are still trying to find the motive behind the murder. But Jay Stash does have a history of violence towards women. Back in 2014, he was accused of beating his girlfriend while the two were arguing. She ended up with a black eye as well as cuts on her nose and her lips. And Jay Stash turned himself in, which led to him being charged with criminal obstruction of breathing and assault. The case was dismissed for unknown reasons, but it could have been because there wasn't enough evidence for the case, or because he was willing to cooperate with the prosecutors. Jay Stash's nasty history can lead many to believe that he had a pattern of violence towards women, and he just snapped and went to the extremes to harm his girlfriend. Others may look at his self-inflicted gunshot wound and see it as a mental health problem that, unfortunately, was seen too late. Regardless, the rapper's fans and other people that saw the news have had many different reactions. Some were expressing their condolences for the rapper, or even reminiscing over the effect that Jay Stash had on them. Although some were sad over the rapper's death, most were expressing their disgust with the situation and even went as far to celebrate and joke about Jay Stash's death. Some rappers even responded to the news. Trippie Redd posted on social media and said, "Rip to my twin. I can't believe this." But later he deleted it, which might have meant that he heard the whole story and changed his thoughts about Jay Stash. Rapper Lil Nar posted on Twitter and said, "Jay Stash went out like a goofy." So it seems even other rappers in the industry have no remorse for the deceased artist. Regardless of how people feel about Jay Stash, it's so sad that the victim lost her life and that the three children had their mother taken from them over senseless violence. Comment and let us know how you guys feel about the situation below, and subscribe to our channel for more rap news. Keep the family in your prayers, and we'll see you in the next one.